What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how I told my coworker I basically have no friends. And I didn't even mean to do it, it just kind of slipped out. We were in a meeting together, and then I'm trying to focus on the work at hand, and then he's like blindsiding me with these like personal questions, and I'm getting hit back to back with all these questions. And then he asked me straight up, you know, do you have a lot of friends out there, man? And I'm just like, no, not really. like, oh, and it's like the vibe of the meeting after that went downhill so fast, so dramatically fast. And it was just so embarrassing to have to admit that. And I guess you could say, like, oh, why didn't she just lie? Or, why didn't you just, like, be more vague about it or something like that? And it's like, maybe I would have, kind of like a lie of omission, essentially, where like you don't necessarily say the full truth of how you really don't have friends. You know what I mean? But you don't tell them straight up, no, I really don't. Maybe I could have done a lie of omission. But in all honesty, I was so essentially focused and distracted by just like the work that I had to do, like in the meeting. And so it was like I couldn't even formulate a coherent response to that question, honestly. And so it just, was like, yeah, not really. You know what I mean? And then just tried to like move on. And it's like, it was almost like the whole room shifted, like, oh, this guy doesn't have any like friends or whatever. Why am I meeting with him? Why am I working with him? You know? And then, the other day he asked me, like, if I had a girlfriend or whatever as well. And it's like, dude, I cannot stand these people that ask all these personal questions during, like, work meetings. Like, dude, I'm just here to work, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about, what you did on the weekend or, I don't care. Like, not only do I not care, but it's like annoying, and it's like I can't crack jokes because all of my jokes get me fired. So I have to sit here and listen to you like crack liberal jokes, something super cringe like that. It's like, dude, this sucks. Just shut up. Let me work. And that might actually be a personality flaw of mine. Maybe I do need to personality max. Maybe I do need to just, be nicer and have more interest in people and, be more chill and talk about stuff at work or something like that. But it's like, dude, when you think about it, like, I'm never going to, like, see these people IRL. Like, it's all just online meetings. So, you know, what's even the point of trying to be buddy buddy with them anyway? But also, like, there's a risk to it. I can get fired by being too buddy buddy with someone. They start cracking jokes, and I crack the wrong joke. And then, all of a sudden I'm in HR's office or something like that, It's like, dude, it's literally not worth the joke itself. The only thing we can do is crack dad jokes around here that aren't funny, that are like annoying and just like totally cringe and just killing the mood and like wasting everyone's time. It's like, can we just not do that? Can we just like do the work and leave? Like, that's kind of how I like it. You know what I mean? Like, do the work, call it a day, bing bang, have a nice one. Like, I don't want to sit around, listen to your dad jokes. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about like, oh, what'd you cook? What kind of food are you eating? Stuff like that. Like, I just really don't want to hear that stuff. Um, it's just so annoying. And, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe that's a personality flaw of mine. Maybe some of y'all, like, just love that. And, like, old people, like millennials or boomers, just go on about, like, the food they ate or they start asking you, like probing you with like personal questions, and it's just like, dude, can you not? Like, can I just like maintain my own, like, can I just like, can you just like accept? Oh man, can you just accept me for like who I am? Like, instead of like asking all these questions, telling me about your kids or something, like bro, like who asked? So that's kind of the general gist. But basically, what happened was I was in the meeting with him, and then he's telling me we're going over something, in the meeting, and I'm trying to work through it, focusing. And then, like, out of nowhere, he asked me this personal question. What was it, man? Oh, yeah. He was like, oh, something along the lines of, you know, oh, did you do anything fun over the weekend? Because I'm recording this on a Monday. And it's just like, I don't know if he was trying to fill dead air, or no, he was trying to tell me what he did on the weekend. That's right. Because he did a thing and he wanted to tell me about it. And so he asked me, like, hey, did you do anything over the weekend? And like I said, I was just like focused on my work, man. And I was like, oh. And he was literally like, he just like stopped me. He was like, oh, I guess that means no then. And it's like, bro, like, why would you ask? Why would you ask that if, like, you just want to, like, shit on me or something, dude? Like, come on. Like, can you not? And then he told me, like, and I was like, well, what did you do on the weekend then? And he told me what he did. And honestly, it's hard to remember what he said, if I'm being completely honest. I have an idea of what it was. I'm not really going to talk about it. But yeah. And then, he tells me that, and I kind of go back and forth. Oh, it's pretty cool, this, that, and the third. And then he hits me with another question. He's like, oh, do you have a lot of friends out there? It's like, bro, why would you ask anyone that? Like, oh, do you have a lot of friends out there? And it's just like, I'm just like hit with this shit, dude. I'm trying to work here, bro, to escape the brutal reality of me having no girlfriend and having no friends and no social life. And you're over here just like shitting on me, reminding me how much of a loner I am, and all I do is just like work, and that's pretty much it. And my response to it was something along the lines of, no, not really. And man, the shift in the air, I mean, he just didn't really say much of anything after that. For the whole rest of the meeting, there's probably still another half hour, you know? And it's like, look, you're the one that's out here asking the questions. You know what I mean? So don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to. Like, you don't care what I did over the weekend. You don't care, about my social life. Just give me the thing to do. Like, it's not that difficult. We're not best friends. We're coworkers. Like, I don't understand why people want to like be your best friend on a remote meeting. Like, I just hate that. Like, look, can we just get the job done? Is that too difficult? Is that too high of an order? Just get the job done. Like, seriously. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole story. It's just, dude, I mean, it's like, bro, like, you gotta tell, bro, like, it's almost as, and this guy's like a stranger, it's almost as if, like, he can smell it on me that I'm just like an inkwell, bro. Like, seriously, bro, like, it's so over, dude. Like, what the heck? Oh, yeah, I don't know if y'all ever experienced something like this. I would guess, yeah. But, like, I don't know, man. Like why? Like you can ask some stuff, I guess, but like, come on, bro. Like the way you like, oh, do you have a lot of friends out there? Like, bro, like, come on, dude. Like, oh man, I don't even know what to say, man. That's kind of the whole story, I would say, though. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty much it. I've just been really busy lately with all this work that I'm doing, and that's like kind of nice. Because like if I can distract myself with work, then I can distract myself from like life and how like lonely and unappreciated and hated and disliked and you know how invisible I am because I'm unattractive. I can just forget about all that. I can just focus on the task at hand, try to figure out a solution or fix it or something. It's kind of fun to get things done and learn stuff and kind of just get better at what I'm doing. And I don't have to think about just being a loner all the time. It gives me something to do. And it's like, that's a very simple pleasure, that I really enjoy. And some people kind of look down on me for like working a lot. They like are like, oh, why don't you just chill? Or, oh, why don't you just have fun? Why don't you just hang out? But it's like, when I try to do those things, like I don't even like really enjoy them. Like, sure, maybe I could play video games for like a half hour, go on a walk, work out, cook some food or something, drive across town, travel a little bit here and there. But like nothing. There's so much time in the day. You gotta occupy it with something. Like I'm not gonna play video games for like 10 hours in a day. Like it just gets so boring. I need like a real challenge, and so it's like my work kind of provides a decent challenge, which is really nice. And there's a lot of change. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of changing. So um, there's well, not like there's a lot of change. I mean, there's a lot of like different stuff that I have to do. It's always changing. That's kind of what I mean. And so that's nice, because it just keeps my brain going. It's just like really intriguing and fun. And I think that's really important, just to kind of keep yourself going as a man, lonely man. Um, and it's like, how are you going to look down on me for just like having something to kill the time for me that works? Like, you know, I mean, look, like I just, I just wasn't blessed with the, life story to where I have all these friends and I have all these girlfriends and, all my friends want to do this stuff together and this super loving family where they want to do stuff all the time and girlfriend that wants to do stuff all the time. Like I don't have that, bro. So it's like, is it not like, can I just fill my time with something? Like is that okay? Can I have your permission to like fill my day with something that like lets the time pass in a meaningful way that's like enjoyable? Like why is that a crime? Why is it a crime to work a lot? You know? Like, I enjoy it. It's a great cope for me. And not only is it not hurting anyone, it's helping a lot of people in a very direct way. And I'm learning a lot of really cool stuff. So, like, how is that a bad thing? Like, I really don't even enjoy going out. Like, the times I've gone, I just, I just want to leave. All I want to do is leave the situation, honestly. It's not enjoyable. People are not really that funny. They're corny. It's it's really too difficult to relate to normies nowadays. So no, I don't have any friends. No, I don't have a girlfriend. I just sit at home and work. And that's literally it. That's my life. And just trying to put in that work, man, and trying to just become a high value male, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, I'll say this. I have seen an improvement in the way that I'm treated by my looks, by essentially being more more lean. I've seen a significant improvement in how I'm treated. Like, for example, I used to be completely invisible, and now I'm still fairly invisible if I'm being completely honest. But I get some recognition from some guys on occasion. Um, so you know, and then people also will treat you a little different if you have like a certain kind of job or something like that. So it's like, I have what I have. I don't have what I don't have, and I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm not really trying to piece the puzzles together or whatever. Honestly, just living my life. I'm just living my life day by day, and I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's okay for me. Like, I don't need all this external judgment from all these people telling me like, oh, you know, oh, you can't work that much, and oh, you can't eat like this, and oh, you have to go out and put in the work and get a girl, bro. Like, look, dude, I just don't need any of that. I'm living a life that's keeping me going. It's enjoyable to some extent, and it's fulfilling to some extent. And it's lonely. Um, but I do interact with a lot of people in like the business world, so that's fine. I'm not like socially inept, I have really good communication, so that's all fine, well, and good. Um, but I really don't have any like IRL friends and no girlfriends, so it kind of sucks. Because it's difficult to share like some of your more intimate thoughts, feelings, passions, and life experiences. Like I don't really have anyone to share any of that with, other than like random strangers on the internet or YouTube. I'd say that's the worst part, and not really having family that's around really at all. Honestly, family that doesn't like you, so that doesn't really make it any better. Um, I don't know. It doesn't make it too much worse. Most Seems like most people kind of hate their family, honestly. So yeah, I don't really have to deal with mine too much. They just live so far away. That's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, I'm just basically a loner cell, loner maxing, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, honestly.